Hey, Jack. Baker got sacked 4 times. I think hit 3 more. What do you think happened?
I mean, we just got to be better in protection. There were some lapses in protection. It's a good front, and we got to play better and keep him upright.
Next one goes to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Jack. Obviously, the 2 losses came against division foes, and they were both pretty lopsided. So how do you close the gap, and do you feel like they're kind of on a different level than you guys still?
It's still the beginning of the season. We're a new team, we're a new coaching staff. We're still figuring stuff out. Obviously, you don't want to get beat like that anytime. But there's a lot of learning experience. You don't want to be in this position, but it's a position we're in after this game. And luckily we get 2 more cracks at those teams, and we've got a lot to learn from, and we're still in a good spot. We still are getting better every week, and we just got to keep that mentality.
When you lose a game like that, does it make you question any kind of momentum you gained in that 4-game winning streak?
No. I mean, it's definitely tough. It's hard, and this is really what shows what good teams do. I mean, you're gonna, rarely do teams that make the playoffs. I think the average last year is 5 losses. You got to figure what you can out from your losses and learn each week. It's a long season, and we're sitting at 4-2, and we just got to take what we can and learn from this, and not let it affect us the rest of the year.
Thanks.
Marla Reitner have our next question.
Yeah, Jack, would you consider this a setback for the line? I know Tomlin was talking about his bigs won the game. I mean, did you feel like it seemed like they out physicaled you? What do you think? What's your take on that?
I mean, we have to play better. I mean, it's a good front. We knew that. We had to come out and set the tone, and we never really got in a rhythm, and that's on us. And when you can't get it out to our playmakers and let them do what they can do, it immediately falls on us. And we got to be better. And I wouldn't say it's a fallback. We still believe in ourselves, and we're going to take what we can from this and learn and get better.
Did it take you a while to adjust without Teller?
I mean, Chris he stepped in and did great last game, and I trust him there. And it definitely hurts not having Wyatt. Obviously, he's playing great, and bummer not to have him there, but I trust Chris.
One more quick thing. When they said, at least they said on TV that Odell, when he kind of lost it there on the sideline, he was kind of directing that at the line. Was that true?
No, Odell's a competitor. He's got the whole offense together and was just trying to get everybody going. Ignite something. We went flat, and he was stepped up as a leader and was trying to get everybody going and get some juice back.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marla. Tom Withers.
Thanks, Rob. Jack, I hope I can spit this out. I'm trying to shake off a trip to the dentist, so bear with me for a second. Hey, so there were some times yesterday that it felt like Dupree was just coming free off the edge. I know you guys were aware of where he was, but is your blocking scheme such that sometimes that's going to happen just because you guys set maybe a little wider at times?
Occasionally, we have situations where we're going to be hot, or the back's going to be in an unfavorable situation. We try to minimize that as much as possible. But, you do have those occasions where you're going to be hot, and we don't have enough guys to pick up everybody.
And I know you haven't been around Baker for a long time, but, you've seen him have some adversity. What have you seen in him, Jack, in the time you've gotten to know him to make you confident that he's able to kind of shake this off, realize that it's one game and that there is a bigger picture?
I think just the competitor in him. He's a guy. He's able to learn and take what he can from games like this. From what I can, from the short time I've been here, and not let it affect him. You're not seeing a dark cloud going over him getting down himself. I think you see him staying positive and wanting to learn, wanting to be better and become better, and still his trust in us. A lot of his success has to do with how our success, and we can do better.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, Tom. We'll go back to Jeff Shadell.
Hey, Jack, what did you guys learn the way you bounced back from the Baltimore game that will make it not easy, but that will help you bounce back from this one?
Well, I think you really just see the resilience in this team to keep on learning and keep on fighting. I mean, this is just it was a bump in the road. Obviously you don't want this to happen. You want to win, and you don't want to get blown out like we did. But when you can come back in on Monday and take the criticism, have that thick skin, and really try to figure out, how you can get better. And that's going to be huge for going on the rest of the season. We got to take and learn what we can from this game and not just flush it away, figure out what we did wrong and how we can fix it.
Nate Ulrich, you're up.
Hey, Jack, you guys have been so good running the ball, number one in the league heading in. Is there something schematically different about them that makes it a difficult matchup for you guys and the way you guys do the wide zone?
A lot of it comes down to the game, how it played out, and you fall behind against a team like that with how good of an offense they have too. You get put in a position where you're going to have to throw the ball a lot more, and you really can't get into that run game. And when you can't get into the run game, that takes away a lot of our scheme. And we really needed to step up and do a better job of setting the tone there, and we didn't. And we just have to figure out how, when that does happen, how we can better protect and get ourselves back in the position to get back into our game plan.
What was like the mood in the offensive line room today when you guys were going over all this? And did
obviously
say anything?
Obviously after losing like that, guys want, they're not happy. I mean, you want to do better, but I think everybody did a good job of coming in and being positive in the fact of trying to learn, try to figure out, hey, what do I have to fix here to get better at this? What did we see here? Looking at ourselves more, figuring out, hey, this happened, it's over with. We got to take what we can from it. And I think everybody's pretty positive in that aspect and are ready to get back up and field on Wednesday and address those issues.
We got Denzel on deck, guys. So we'll take 3 more. Mary Kay Cabot, Scott Petrick, Dan Lobby quickly. Go ahead, Mary Kay.
Hey, Jack, I saw Taylor Lewan's tweet today that, he told everyone that he has a torn ACL. He's out for the season and is determined to make a very strong comeback. So knowing that I'm sure you're really good friends with Taylor, I'm just wondering, just how you feel about that. And if you probably have some well wishes and everything for Taylor.
Yeah, I texted him this morning to see how he was doing. He hadn't gotten back to him. Sure, he was going through a bunch of MRIs and different things. But I saw right before I got into this that he did tear his ACL, and he is a friend of mine. I'm going to be there for him. I've been through that situation. I've been there. I've done that, and for Taylor, he's a resilient guy, and he's going to work hard to get back to where he was at, and I trust that he's going to.
What kind of a blow is that for the Titans to have to be without Taylor?
I mean, obviously losing your Pro Bowl left tackle is going to be rough. They got a good old line there, and I know those guys will step up.
Thank you.
Scott, your line's open.
Hey, Jack, I know it's only 6 games, but you know how the NFL world is and Twitter. Do you feel like the pressure is mounting on Baker at all? And do you think he feels increased pressure, when you struggle against the better teams that you face?
I don't think so. I think it's something. I think he's taken as a positive. We're still 4-2. We can't forget that, and we're playing well. And it's a new team, it's a new coaching staff, and for the strides we've made, we obviously have a lot more ways to go. But I don't see him getting down himself. I see him taking the positives and learning and still trying to perfect this scheme and doing a great job keeping his head up. And again, obviously, you don't want to get beat like that against division opponents at their places, but those are good teams, and if we want to be a great team, we have the capability to be. We have to take what we can from these losses and learn from it, and the next shot we get, put it into effect and take it to them.
Thanks.
Last one goes to Dan Lobby.
Hey, Jack. I mean, it seems pretty clear the message has been that it's a long season. You're going to lose games. I mean, for you, are you able to draw on kind of your experience from last year? I think you guys got off to like a 2-4 start in Tennessee, end up going to the AFC Championship game. Does that message kind of resonate with you a little more, and can you draw on that experience?
Yes, definitely. I mean, we were in a lot worse position at that point in time last year with Tennessee, and I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, that's the difference between good players and good teams and great teams and great players is, being able not to dwell on this stuff. You got to be able to figure it out. You got to be able to see, what the issues were, take from it and learn from it, and not sit there and get down on yourself. And if we can do that as a team, we're going to make great strides throughout this season. And our best ball is still in front of us. We have a lot to learn from and a lot to do. And I'm extremely excited for what this team, the capability this team has, and what we can do moving forward.